If Doom 2016 wasn't my favorite video game of all time, Alan Wake would be a very possible choice to take that throne. As soon as I played the game and completed the first episode, I knew I had to make a video on it. Welcome to my third quick analysis video, where I review video games in under 10 minutes. This episode is Alan Wake, an awesome and intriguing adventure game that mixes horror and adventure really well. I was originally going to have this video be why Alan Wake is fantastic, but after giving it more thought, I changed it to why Alan Wake is a masterpiece. I'm not going to talk about the gameplay at all. Like, the basic movement controls is the same as it's been in every other game I've reviewed, and every other game since, and every other game that has basically came out within the past 20 years. This game has very unique mechanics. For example, if you hold down the left trigger when you have a flashlight and aim it at one of the shadow people, their aura, I guess you could say, will dissolve, and that will give you the opportunity to kill them. Around the map, you can find messages on the walls like that say, "Darkness controls the world," or "The darkness, whatever." The darkness is the storm-like being that has taken over the city and captured everything inside of it. It's kind of like the Upside Down from Stranger Things in a very stretched way. Heavy objects like trucks and wooden spools will be brought alive as the darkness surrounds them. Around the maps, you can find these things called coffee thermoses. They act sort of like intel from Call of Duty 4 or MW2. These can be collected in every level in the game. They aren't hard to spot either. They all have like this certain glow to them that makes them impossible to miss unless you aren't purposefully going for them. Collecting these won't give you anything besides some gamer score along the way. There is a total of 100 of these out of the game, and just from casually playing, you'll run into about a little over 30. The reason I wanted to include mechanics and attention to detail in one category is because they both have to do with the game's design. From the shadow people having different attires, even the cars can't be driven, they can't be interacted with whatsoever. They have completely finished interiors. The amount of attention to detail that this game has is just incredible. The mechanics in this game are amazing. I love how much time the developers put into the simple things. There are a few things I don't like about the mechanics and the game entirely, which moves us on to our next category. Alan Wake will go down as one of my favorite games of all time, but that doesn't mean it's perfect. Well, it is, but it also has some problems. So in this category, I will be talking about things that I hate about the game. The enemies aren't hard whatsoever, but to be fair, I played on the easiest difficulty, which is normal. The thing that makes the enemies quite unbearable at times is the dodging mechanic. If you hit the left bumper, you will activate a dodge, or as it really is, just a trip at this point. Half the time it doesn't even work. Even if you dodge an attack, they'll still hit you. To make this even worse, they made the dodging button and the running button the same button. So if you try to run, you'll do a dodge. If you try to dodge, you'll do a run. It's another thing I hate about this game is the fact that the shadow people are actually faster than you. If you are walking or just casually sprinting, they're faster than you, and they will catch up to you and they will kill you. Even if you're out of stamina, they will kill you, and they are way faster than you too. Which leads on to the final thing I hate about this game, and that is Alan Wake's stamina. Alan Wake's stamina is equivalent to driving with a flat tire. It just doesn't work. This guy looks to be in great shape. You know, he's thin, but he has the stamina of a newborn baby. I counted it, and he can run for around 12 seconds until he starts shuffling again. 12 seconds until he starts having a full asthma. Like, dude, at that point, you have a better chance of a newborn baby jumping out of the mother and running around the room than this guy being able to run farther than 10 feet. My computer runs faster than this guy, and my PC runs slower than a guy in a wheelchair. Alan Wake has level design that is both great and bad at the same time. There are the good levels and the bad levels. An example of a bad level design takes place in the 5th episode, when you have to cross the Transformer yard. This is probably my least favorite level in the entire game, to be honest. But then, we have an example of amazing level design, and my favorite level from this game, the Anderson Farm. You have this big open hayfield to drive around in. Then, once you get to the stage, the funnest part of this entire episode, maybe even this entire game, takes place. jamming out to rock music and slaying shadow people. I realized I've been calling them the wrong names for the entire video. The actual names for them are the Taken, but I'm just gonna keep calling them shadow people for the sake of consistency. Anyways, the reason I love this so much is because of how you have Barry just off to the side, just talking and, you know, just being Barry. Having guns and rock and roll and pyro is the best combination in any game I've ever played. This is my favorite part of the game, and it's because it's just wacky, it's just fun, it's just silly. Having fireworks and pyro going off all around the farm and shooting the shadow people, it's just perfect, man. And this part wouldn't be near as good, near as epic, if it wasn't for that song by the old gods of Asgard, Children of the Elder God. This song is so good, and I love it so much. I'm not a big fan of rock music whatsoever, but this song is so good. The music goes along with the gameplay in the sense that it's hard-hitting and loud. Also, if you read the lyrics, it makes even more sense. The lyrics of the song go along with the events of the entire game. And what I mean by this is the first two lyrics of the song, making the song to go along with the story itself. My favorite lyric from the song is "Shine a light upon this night of otherworldly fiends." That's literally the game's entire purpose. You wouldn't know that if you didn't look at the lyrics, but now that I did, I'm very happy I did, because it makes this game even greater. All these shadow people, the Taken, are otherworld-like fiends that came into our world. Overall, I love this game so much. In my Dune 2016 review, I said that was my favorite game of all time, and does Alan Wake beat it? No. Although Alan Wake doesn't take the place of Doom as my favorite game of all time, it's really good. I do believe this game is a masterpiece. It takes a lot for me to say that about a game, but Alan Wake deserves it. From the design of the enemies to the level design and even the minor details like the coffee thermos collectibles. So does this game deserve the term masterpiece? Yes, it does, in my opinion. I understand that this game might not be for everyone. I'm so happy I played this before it leaves the Game Pass in June. And thank you to my best friend Jose for recommending this game to me. Well, this might be my favorite quick analysis video I've ever made thus far, from the script to the game itself. Man, I had a lot of fun writing this one and hopefully editing it if everything goes good. My next quick analysis video will be a Fallout 4 quick analysis video. That'll be dropping sometime next week. I want to maybe try and get 2 quick analysis videos out a week, but it takes a really long time to make these videos, like to write the script, to edit, to make the thumbnails. Everything put together takes probably around 10-15 hours. And considering I'm in school, that's quite a bit. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Bye.